How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to another Grand Archive video here on Red Zone Rogue. Today we have our official Radiant Origins spoilers to share for you. We have 3 cards, 2 of which are super rares, 1 of which is a CSR, and we have a banger competitive rare. A lot of amazing stuff. There might be a little secret hiding behind here that we'll show off later at the end of the video as well, but I got a lot of stuff to talk about today, and I think it's really, really exciting. We're not going to do any like jokey things or memes. I just want to share with you the cards, and I want to give a genuine, huge congratulations and shout out to Grand Archive for celebrating their capstone set, Radiant Origins. It's been kind of a wild ride ever since their original Kickstarter, and if you've been following my journey alongside of Grand Archive, you'll know that not only do I personally have a collab card with Grand Archive, but I've been here since the start. I also want to give just a genuine, heartfelt, once again, congratulations, but specifically to some of the members of the founding Grand Archive team, like Silidar, Aldius, and Sitzicris. These are like genuine people who, how do I put this? Out of all of the companies that I've interacted with on my 10 years on Red Zone Rogue, Grand Archive is one of the few companies to actually treat me like a human being and not as like a marketing device. So it's an amazing game, and if you're not into it already, if you're kind of checking this out and you don't play Grand Archive, I recommend checking it out. I think Radiant Origins is like the best time to get in with the new Pantheon pre-constructed decks, which is like their multiplayer thing, with the new Mordred deck, and with RDO itself. I think it's just fantastic. So yeah, I just wanted to give a huge shout out and heartfelt sense of appreciation for Grand Archive, like as a game. I think it is beyond transcended being a Kickstarter game. It is just a great game in the industry, and definitely worth your time and definitely worth checking out, especially if you love stuff from passionate people who really care about their game and making it good for both players and collectors, casual players, everyone else. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into the cards. So I got 3 cards to show you. I don't have them all 100% memorized, so I have them on my phone. I will give you a little bit of tidbits. So we have an Exalted Regalia that's very, very powerful. We have the Radiant Origin of Assassin, and as you probably guessed by the thumbnail of this video, we have an ultimate. Specifically, we have Tristan's ultimate. They really hooked me up. Silidar, he knows me, and he's like, I'm gonna give him exactly what he wants, and they gave me literally exactly what I want. So let's go over the least exciting for me. Okay, well, let's talk about the Chime of Endless Dreams. This is a 0-cost Norm Exalted Regalia item cleric accessory. It is hindered, so it comes into play rested. You don't lose the game for drawing cards while having no cards in your deck. So this is a way to circumvent like milling out. This is actually crazy. And it also says you can rest it and banish it, shuffle all cards in your graveyard into your deck. This is a competitive sideboard white bullet against any mill decks. You getting milled out by those Gembu decks? Yeah, you know, maybe not, maybe not. You sideboard the Chime of Endless Dreams in, and you just ball, dude. You just ball. So you can also play this in those kind of decks so you don't mill yourself to death. I don't know, this card seems pretty sweet from like a competitive standpoint. So let me know what you think about this one. This is the least exciting to me, but I think it might be like the most competitive playable. Now let's get to something that I personally find exciting. So when they first showcased all of the big batch of spoilers for Radiant Origins at the Creator Summit, they showcased some of the Radiant Origin of classes as like an alternate way to level up. And I immediately thought, what's the Assassin one? At the time, I did not know. I did not know this is what I was getting. And so I would like to introduce to you the Radiant Origin of Assassin. This is a super rare from Radiant Origin. It's a 3-cost Fantasia Assassin Trial. It has Omni Shroud, and it says whenever you activate a prepared card, put a training counter on Radiant Origin of Assassin. And then for 5, as a class bonus, you can sack it and then level up your champion. You activate this ability only if there are 4 or more training counters on Radiant Origin of Assassin. This card rules so hard, dude. It is so sick. Specifically because in Assassin, if you're playing Tristan, you actually have more ways to level up than most champions, right? Because you can go from like Tristan, Shadow Reaver into like Shadow Dancer, and then there's ways to like de-level your champion and then level them up again. So I think you can get a ton of value out of this card. It's so sweet. And then obviously in something like Pantheon, I think it's going to be really, really cool. So Radiant Origin of Assassin, and it features art with Tristan. So I think this card's a banger. I'm obviously going to be playing around with it a little bit. It is one of those cards that kind of just sits around and like does nothing until you actually do it. But I think the payoff is going to be pretty good, especially when you're getting a lot of card advantage out of stuff like Tristan Shadow Reaver, for example. So I think this is really cool. I think this is a very, very cool trial. And then the piece de resistance, we have Tristan's Ultimate. And not just that, I actually have the card right here in person that I will share with you. So let me introduce you to the Curtain of Shadows. This is a 10 cost Umbra action Assassin Ultimate spell. It is slow and has a Tristan bonus of summon X Ominous Shadow tokens, where X is the amount of prep counters on your champion. So if you have like 3 prep counters, you summon 3 Ominous Shadows. If you have 30 prep counters, you summon 30 Ominous Shadows. And then here's the real kicker. For the rest of the game, allies named Ominous Shadow you control get +1 attack and have on hit put a prep counter on your champion. This is the card that I literally wanted. I literally wanted this card for specifically Pantheon, because I want to make an Ominous Shadow Tristan deck, right? And this is the perfect thing. Obviously, it costs 10. 10's a lot, but you can get up to 10 or 11 influence pretty easily in Pantheon. Like, it gets out of control like quite quickly because everyone's running a bunch of like everyone draws stuff, and this is just a crazy effect. Not only do all of your shadows now hit for an additional 1, they also give you prep counters. And obviously you want to build up your prep counters, and you want to like double your prep counters so you can get a crap load of shadows. And then what you'll do is you'll attack someone and then just have all your shadows like pile in. So this card is extremely cool. It's literally the card that I wanted, and I have a copy of it. Here is my own personal copy of Curtain of Shadows. Look how beautiful this is, dude. It looks so good. I'm literally using this exact copy in my Tristan Pantheon decks. If you see me at any Ascents or other Grand Archive events in the future, I will be rocking a Tristan Pantheon deck with this card in it. And yeah, if you want to play some Pantheon games with me and I'm not like shoutcasting or working the event, yeah, I know I'm going to be playing a ton of Pantheon at various Ascents, so I'm super looking forward to this. Once again, I think this card is absolutely beautiful. I think all of the Ultimates are getting CSR versions, which makes a lot of sense. There's so much cool stuff with Radiant Origins. It really feels like a love letter to all the champions who have come out so far, and a lot of like their archetypes. And these are kind of like the full realizations of a lot of the stuff that they can do. So I personally am extremely excited for Radiant Origins. If you are new to Grand Archive, I recommend checking out the new Pantheon pre-constructed decks. They are really, really good, a ton of fun, a great way to get into the game if you like multiplayer formats, especially a great way to get into the game if you like just, you know, casual kind of settings, low stakes, casual kind of stuff. And there's also the Mordred Recollection deck, which looks like an absolute banger. And then, of course, Radiant Origins itself. So yeah, let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, maybe hype the video so you can push the Grand Archive content out there so more people can, you know, enjoy the good word of Grand Archive. And also it helps me a lot because these kind of spoiler videos just get people snapshot the cards and just share them around like Facebook and whatever. So actually liking the video and commenting and all that kind of stuff helps me out a lot, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much, everyone. Once again, huge thank you and shout out to Grand Archive for reaching their capstone, their first capstone set, you know, several years into the game. I remember people just, when I first started covering it, there was a lot of naysayers like, game won't last, you know, 2 sets. Here we are several years down the road, and the game is growing more than ever. The future is radiant for Grand Archive, and I am here for it. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you next time.